But before we do that, I want to talk about why this matters now. Like, what is the urgency around like AI in healthcare, and LLMs in healthcare? Like, and maybe just set the context for us in terms of where the industry is and how AI is going to make a difference, or and then just let's talk about that. Yeah,
Yeah. So everyone knows I think there's strains on a lot of medical systems around the world, but both of us are here in the United States, and we know that the American healthcare system, has problems, and being short staffed is definitely one of them. Having some areas that are under resourced. So if you live very in a very rural area, you may not have access to a lot of medical care, and especially not access to specialized medical care. So
yeah,
that's like one of the issues that you maybe if you live in like some rural town in Montana, you could probably find a general practitioner. You probably find a general practitioner, but finding an experienced oncologist might be difficult.
yeah. But I almost think of it as like a perfect storm, like healthcare is going through right now, which is the policies of the new administration in the U.S. at least, where their policies are affecting labor because people don't know this. A big percentage of labor for healthcare actually comes from immigrant labor,
Yeah,
and so their policies are directly affecting the healthcare industry in that sense. So from a labor perspective, back to the labor shortage problem you're talking about, and then the other end of it is funding, right? And so obviously a lot of the funding comes from government, Medicare, and and so what, and those are being also cut, and so as a result, funding is being affected. Labor is even becoming harder, and then you think about the demographic shift that the U.S. is going through, just like a lot of Western countries, which is populations are getting older, right? And so they're going to require more services. And so if you add those three things together, you have a perfect, recipe for a crisis that's
yeah.
brewing.
And this crisis can actually then very easily extend to even other parts of the economy, with a lot of the investment money that's fueled a lot of like recent booms coming from baby boomer retirement funds.